And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Ali LaForce is reporting on the sideline. And here's a look at some numbers for Tyrese Maxey.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Avdia out there with Donovan Clingan. Then it's Sharp, then it's Holiday, and it's Kamare in at the small forward. And for Philadelphia, in the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. And Embiid is out there with Edwards, and it's George in at the 3. So great to be here on the day before Thanksgiving, whetting our appetites with some NBA basketball, Greg. It gets no better than this.
I'll tell you, these teams seem to be really hungry, right? Guys love winning the holiday games. It just makes victory and that turkey tomorrow taste a little bit sweeter.
Holiday, after the missed 3 from Joel Embiid, Avdia gets the bucket.
Quick trigger from Avdia. He anticipated the pass and drilled the J.
Pass to Embiid. Count that one.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Holiday. Outside, Avdia. 6 on the shot clock. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Avdia's got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now, here is George. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
The shortest 3 in the game, Maxey, solid from that corner.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, the Sixers are one of the more high-variance teams in the league. With their star veterans in PG and Embiid fully healthy, they have a chance to win the East. Without, they'll need to lean heavily on their promising young players.
They're plenty talented. Thank you, Shams. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Edgecombe. Embiid with a screen on Sharp. Going inside, and Embiid throws it down.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Sharp, the pass to Holiday. Sharp sets the pick for Holiday. Holiday with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Ali LaForce has dug up for us. Ali, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, "We still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something." Back over to you, Kevin.
It's all about health. All right, Ali, we thank you very much. And good that time. And it's 6 points for Joel Embiid. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And slam dunk by Kamara.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. 76ers with a completely new group now. And then for the Trailblazers, Grant, he's checked in for Holiday. And Murray subbed in for Toumani Camara. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to McCain. Back to Watford. On the wing, Gordon. Clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. But 3. The shot by Watford, no good. For Portland, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And there's Grant on the assist by Murray.
Well, Grant has added range, but hasn't lost anything in close.
To the middle. Here's Gordon. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia.
What's up?
One shot.
Free throw good from Eric Gordon. And since their scrappy play last season, Coach, the Blazers extending the contract of head coach Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, great decision, as well as a renewed contract with the front office. Times had passed, their seats had grown hot, but nice to see that commitment to what they're building.
Grant kicks to Love. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. 76ers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And here's Maxey. Fires for 3. That shot, no good. At the end of 1, a closer contested game so far. Philadelphia ahead, leading by just 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
We've got Tyrese Maxey. Watford out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's McCain in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's McCain. Nothing on the board. It's good.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And here are the Trailblazers now after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Yang. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
And last year, they split their season series, so this is a chance for one of them to get the upper hand on the other.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Drummond. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pass to Rupert. Launches it. Drills the three-pointer. Rupert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And communication is so crucial to winning basketball. Coach, teams that can get on the same page quickly, they clearly have an edge, right?
Oh, absolutely. I don't know that there's anything other than effort, maybe, that is more important to good defense than communication. The only way teams can be on the same page on how you want to cover certain situations is with great talk. It's got to be early, it's got to be loud, and it's got to be repeated.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. The 76ers trail. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quinn Grimes a revelation last season. And let's not forget, number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Joel Embiid over the years has had some tough luck with injuries. He said, I've broken my face twice. I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, broken fingers. I still came back. I wish I was as lucky as others, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do whatever it takes to be out there. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Allie. George is checked in for Philadelphia. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And here's Maxey outside.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Pass to Avdia. Now Kamara. Last game we saw him score 13. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Klingon. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. At the top of the key, Embiid. There's a minute 47 left to play here in the second quarter. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And the 76ers with some changes. Edwards, he's checked in for Trendon Watford. And it's Edgecombe in for Maxey. And Portland with a change here, too. Sharp's checked in. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half of the game. Up top, Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
A powerhouse slam. Klingon gave it everything on that one.
Pass to Grimes. Now here's Embiid. Taken away by Holiday. 1:12 left in the first half. Here's Kamara. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Edgecombe. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Milwaukee. Pass to Embiid. Outside for George. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside, Avdia. Now Sharp. He's guarded by Grimes. Outside Holiday. The 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, and then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. 76ers lead by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans' passport shot from live. They're measuring up that shot. Let's hear it for the participants.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap as we check out how the Eastern Conference is shaping up.
A look here now at the 76ers. They've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them and not much room for error.
And guys, going back to the game at hand, Joel Embiid having his way in the first half.
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his hands.
That may be the only way to stop him because even against doubles, he's been accurate. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
Here's who Chauncey Billups will start the second half with. We've got Donovan Clingan, Holiday out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Then it's Denny Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Clingan. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Clingan's got 6.
And this young man lives on the offensive glass. Tough to stop Clingan when he's that close.
Outside Edwards. Here's Embiid. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouls.
And it's Sharpe missing. 76ers trailing. George with the bucket. He's got 5.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism. The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same. But can he hold off Father Time?
in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Trailblazers. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place.
And for the Trailblazers, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
Now, here is Holiday. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. George with the ball. Kamara on him. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Maxey. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
And one of the many ways Maxey can hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
George passes to Edwards. Here's Embiid. Clingan covering, and Embiid throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass to Sharp. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Kamara misses. The 76ers leading by 6. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Here's Sharp. 76ers getting the bucket. Holiday, no one around him. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. The 76ers will go for a different look here. Brendan Watford's checked in for Edwards. Quentin Grimes comes in for George. Jared McCain's checked in for Edgecombe. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Maxey. .116 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Kamara. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Yang. Lowry passes to Embiid. The rebound by Sharp.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Grant sets a screen for Sharp. 6 to shoot. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, it seems like all of these guys come into the league now with great handles, and Sharp is no exception.
Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And we've reached the end of the third. 76ers ahead. They finish off the third quarter on a 14-4 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. The 76ers leading by 9. Andre Drummond is out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Quentin Grimes. Then it's Jared McCain. And it's Maxey in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Hands it from downtown.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
McCain with the ball, defended by Avdia. Count it, good. McCain's got the lead up to 12 now for the 76ers. Trailblazers shooting in this game 45%. Murray outside. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Murray's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, look, that's a good find by the veteran. Grant keeping everyone involved.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Looks like it's T-shirt time fans who wants to serve.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Donovan Clingan, he's checked in for Portland. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Here's Watford. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. That shot off.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Here's Rupert. The three-pointer off the mark. Philadelphia leading by 9. McCain finds Maxey. And the layup falls. Maxey's got 11 in the second half.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Here's Rupert. He's covered by Maxey. Now Grant. Cleared away by McCain. Here's Maxey. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Embiid inside. Klingon covering, and that one is good.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Some changes for Philadelphia. Edwards, he's checked in for Trendon Watford. George comes in for Quentin Grimes. And it's Edgecombe in for Jared McCain. Now, here's Sharp. He's tightly guarded. There's a screen by Kamara. And he jams it in.
Well, this is great basketball from Holiday. Running the play to find someone a shot.
The 76ers leading by 11. Embiid fires. Embiid showing his range right there.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Sharp. No good on the layup. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. The three doesn't go. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Now, Avdia. There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. Oh, he lays it in right over the defender. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Here's Edwards. Now Maxey. That one goes in.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the 76ers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Joel Embiid.
He came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Natalie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Thanks so much. Paul, you dialed up the defense in this one. What were some of those adjustments?
Well, we're starting to pressure up. We're starting to use our hands. A team like that, you can't let them be comfortable. And we're doing a great job of just, taking away their airspace.
Well, the discomfort showed and led to a win for you guys. Congrats on the win.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Joel Embiid.